Hello everybody, hope you are doing well. Well, today we are going to implement the fetching of friends from Firebase, or friend requests from Firebase, and if we got time left, we will also fetch the image in what's on your mind and the stories and my story also from Firebase. So let's start coding. Or before starting to code, let's start by creating new users because we will need that later. So create new account because this new user are the one that are going to give us or to send us friend requests. So let's start with Natasha Romanov. Let me check because I hate when he changes it. Autocorrect. I hate it. Romanov. Okay. 37. Female. It will be natasha.romanov@gmail.com. And like I said, this one needs we need to add auto capitalization .node. Okay, for password as always 60. Okay, and let's click on I agree. Okay, we go here, we give it an image. I think I have an image of Natasha. Okay, let's wait for it. Perfect. And now let's log out and create another new account. This one, let's call it Jim Halpert. Okay, with a P. Jim Halpert. Okay, perfect. Jim Halpert, 43 years old, male. Okay, it will be jim.halpert@gmail.com. Okay, and I hate this uppercase. For the password, this will be 60. Okay, and I agree. Okay, let's give him an image. I think I have an image of Jim. Okay, perfect, and wait for it. Okay, perfect. Now let's log out and log in as Omar Femri. omar.femri@gmail.com. Okay, perfect. And now I will go to Firebase, and if I check here, I will have a user called Jim Halpert. It has an ID. I will copy this ID and I will add it inside friend request ID inside this array. I will give him the request ID of Jim Halpert and the one of Natasha Romanov. Okay, and I will add another friend request, and it will be Natasha Romanov. And if you are not familiar with how usually you send a friend request, when usually you have a field which is an array, and with the ID you know which user sent to you the friend request. Okay, so now let's really start coding. And first thing, we will go to our user service, and to be honest, I'm not going to re-implement it from scratch. The reason is because the tutorial series is already very long, and I don't want it to be longer than it should be. It's very similar with the friends, so we will copy this. It will be fetch friends requests. Okay, guard let friend request ID current user dot friend request id, and here it will be self dot, of course I forgot to add published var friends requests, which will be an array of user, and here it will be self dot friends request equal friend request id dot contains $0.id, and we will need to call our function. So inside fetch current user, so inside fetch current user we will call try await fetch friend request, and here it will be self, because the reset we call it when we log out, so we need to friends request equal nil. Okay, perfect. The second thing is to close, not needed to be running, is to go to our friends view model, and here I think I got at published var friend request. I don't need this user array anymore, and here self.friend request, or let's make it this way, it will be user service dot share dot friend request, or dollar friend request dot sync. Okay, and to avoid to retain cycle, it will be weak self, and here it will be friends requests, and it will be self dot friend request equal friends request, and we will need to import combine, and here it will be private var cancellables equals set of any cancelable, and here it will be dot store in add cancellables. Okay, perfect. Okay, okay, made call friend request. Okay, self.friend. Okay, let me check. I think I made a little mistake apparently, because okay, or I don't need to, just in case it's nil, I will give it an empty array. Okay, perfect. Now if I go to my friends view model.friend request.count, that should be right. View model and index, I think this one doesn't need any change. I think the changes will need to be done inside this one. Okay, and it will be, we need to import Kingfisher, and here it will be kf image URL with string and we pass this value. Okay, and it will be inside the z stack. In case it's empty. It's something we already did for friends, so it's very similar. So there will be no profile. We will copy and paste the same modifiers. Then on top of that, our KF image. Okay, perfect. And here it's first name, so family, I think. Okay, that's all. I think this should be working now. Let's hope it works. Finger crossed. Okay, let's wait for it. Hopefully we will get our friend requests. Okay, if I go to my friend request. Okay, and perfect. I got 2, which is the right number. I got Natasha Romanova and Jim Halpert. That's the right one with their image and their correct name. So perfect. The second thing is now inside the feed, I want to show the real image, because if I click here, this is the image. This one is by default. I want to change this, and I also want to show the story. So let's implement it. Okay, and we need to go to our feed. I think it's inside our header. Okay, and as you can see inside our header, it's view model dot. It's not right, so we need to import Kingfisher. And here it will be KF image. Will be view model dot current user dot profile image name, else an empty array, and I want it inside the Z stack. And to be clear for this, and first we will have image no profile. There are better ways to do it, but this is an easy and fast way to do it for now, because as you already know, the series already exceeded 8 hours of content, and I don't want it to be too long, and there is still a lot of things to cover, so I don't want to waste a lot of time on this topic. So okay, no profile, and then if the image appear, we will have the image. If not, we will have no profile. Okay, this should be enough. Now we go to our story card. In my story card, it will be here, not view model dot user, but it will be view model dot current user dot profile image name. I will also import Kingfisher. I will have KF image with URL and string, and it will be this one, view model dot current user, and of course it will be inside the Z stack. It will be image no profile, and I will give it the same modifiers. And on top of it, I will have my KF image. Okay, perfect. If I run now, all the data now should be from Firebase, except of course the stories that are not being displayed yet. So let's wait for it. Okay, perfect. As you can see, it's the image that we are taking from Firebase, so it's correct.